So folks, today we got an interesting update about X-Men. So this huge update about the Russos and the Mutant Saga actually broke just like a few days ago from none other than Daniel Richman. He's pretty much the accurate, basically, insider that sometimes he says stuff that really like works for us, and like we can understand what should we expect for the future of the MCU. This is what he had to say. The Russos brothers are not finished with the MCU after the Avengers Secret War, so they are basically sticking around after that. They've already signed a deal to oversee additional projects for the next saga, including the X-Men. This is very interesting. If they want to keep doing this with the Russo brothers, it will be perfect, because they were with the MCU since, I don't know, like for a decade, and now they are going to continue this even in the Mutant Saga. And this is pretty much what everyone wants. Someone that knows about all this stuff, someone know the wife, someone know how to work with the actors and what the fans taste, like what the fans want. But before we continue, if you like this type of content and you want to help dogs, basically, I'll be happy to have you here. So hit the subscribe button. From the moment the channel hit the monetization, I'll start donating 40% of the channel's income to the dog charity. So if you like this type of content which is related in the MCU, DCU, superhero based, and want to help dogs, this is your place. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Let's continue. So as I said, this is an absolute bombshell, and I'm going to explain why this is good for MCU in just a second. But if this is true, I'm sure we are going to get a major announcement about the size and scope of this deal, maybe next year in San Diego Comic-Con. Either way, this is going to be a boatload of time, money, and energy on the both sides. Now it's kind of crazy because Russos have their own production company, AGBO, but part of the reason only half of the Marcus and McFeely do is writing Avengers 5 and 6 is because Marcus, the other half, is sticking around at AGBO to oversee projects there. Now, this is good news for MCU because overseeing is different than directing all these projects. It means there will be a contest where I view someone to quality control and steer the projects for the next saga. We can affectionately call it the Mutant Saga for now, starting from day one. The voice, the mess that was created in Phase 4 and early Phase 5, let's be honest, it's pretty clear the hindsight that they had very little idea where they were going. And now, the Kang being removed and shift towards Doom, it's evident that they are making adjustment on the fly. Russo being there from the beginning ensures like a clear and structured vision leading up to Avengers 7, Avengers 8, which might be Avengers vs. X-Men. Now I know this is going to be misreported in a lot of places, especially on social media, where people will claim the Russos are directing X-Men movie, and honestly I think there's a good chance of that. If you are the Russos and you're back at Marvel Studio, you've done 2 Avengers film, and you have a shot at the directing X-Men, why not? Like they'll do it. But there's also a chance that overseeing simply means they are shaping the narrative and leaving the direction duties to someone else. They can't handle everything at the same time. They should somehow manage it, like have a look at the stuff more, zoom out. They can't direct everything. They can manage everything, but they can't direct everything. So it means there will be other people, directors involved in this Russos team, maybe from AGBD, like that their company. That's pretty much possible. Remember, the writing crew, Marcus and McFeely, has been their go-to team for all their MCU projects, but now it's Michael Leslie, the guy who wrote the last Hunger Game movie, who's penning the script for X-Men reboots. So unless the Russo break tradition and work with new writer, they might just be overseeing rather than directing. From the production standpoint, this means 2 things. First, we have trusted creative steering some of the most exciting IP in the Marvel story. And second, we get to continuity that Phase 4 and Phase 5 lacked. There was no clear vision for Multiverse Saga, and you could see it in how the projects were structured. They kept setting up the new films, vague tease, and that ultimately led nowhere. That mess won't happen here. Now, another bold decision tied to this saga is bringing back Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. If they can pull off Avengers 5 and 6 successfully, it will set up a strong foundation for the Mutant Saga. And the difference here is that they'll be there from day one. They won't be trying to fix someone else's mistake or tie together disjointed stories. They'll be shaping this new era from the start. And honestly, that's why this is exciting. The X-Men have 20 years cinematic history. The Russos have to reintroduce them within the confines of existing MCU while ensuring this characters stand out. That's a big challenge, but they've done it before. They handled Thor, Star-Lord and other during the Infinity Saga, so they know how to manage legacy characters in a shared universe. With the Mutant Saga, they'll have even more control. So this is pretty much the reason that it's a very smart choice to have the Russos in the MCU. They are the ones that they can handle everything perfectly, since like they've been around since Infinity Saga, and then they can do more. So I'm really like happy and excited. You know, there's a hype around this thing that if you want to go to the Mutant Saga to be there from the day one, it will be perfect. So yeah, that's it. That was the video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And if I didn't mention anything in this video, I'll be happy to hear from the comments. See you next time.
What is that?
1300 AD, they called this man the hero from the sky. He was prophesied to have destroyed the evil